Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? This is Dave and Joe. We're the owners of over Gfreak. Gfreak Racing wanted to go over a couple things with you about one of our builds. If you order a hull from us, and you don't just order a bare hull, you order it, spec'd out with some of our products in it.
Custom.
Yeah, what you actually get with one of our build orders, as opposed to if you just order the hull from an overseas manufacturer. What we actually do to make the hulls different as opposed to someone else. So, I got a cheat sheet here. So, anyways, basically, just to clarify, a lot of people do have the misconception that this is just an Asian product that we rebrand and call it our own. And the hulls are Asian manufactured, but that's just the way it is. Wish there was an old guy in his basement in Connecticut making each hull by hand, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that anymore. But our hulls are a tried and true tested design with 3 manufacturers before we got the fit and finish and the quality of the paint and everything being exactly the same on every single build. So you will not be disappointed with the quality or performance of our boats. So anyways, I guess we can just start at the back here. This is one of our 32-inch hydros, which a lot of people, and this is, a lot of people get a lot of questions about the difference between 28 and 32. Oh, it's not that much different. Well, actually, it is a lot different. The 28, it might be only a couple inches longer, but if you look at this, the width of this boat, I don't know what the exact measurement is on the site, but it's very wide. Let me see the camera over here.
Yeah, it's a lot wider.
How wide that is. This and the sponsons are very, they're much more bulbous, so they have a lot more air inside, and they support a lot more weight. If you put like a 5S or whatever, a bunch of extra weight in the 28s, it forces them down in the water, and they have a hard time getting up on plane. This one is much more buoyant.
So we're going to go over a couple different upgrades that you get with us that you do not get with these stock Asian hulls. To start with, you've got an extra long rudder that helps with stability at high speeds.
Normally it would match, everything would match, but this was a swap out for a customer, and we don't have a silver one right now. He wanted a blue one, he's fine with it. So, but it only comes with a very small, skinny, dinky rudder that is very unstable at the high speeds, which we're usually running these at 50 miles an hour plus at least. So
we go ahead and tether the quick release clip.
And we'll try and match it to the hull. We've all dropped the pins in the grass, and how much does that piss you off? But let's go back here real quick. We do use Arctura sharpened and balanced props with and polished with spec'd out with our Gfreak calculator dyno with each boat. We got a prop nut on there for the hydrodynamics or whatever.
We go ahead and waterproof the hulls. Okay, we run this foam. We run this special. It's not special, but we run this one-sided foam here that the cowl, when it sits on this, there's a actual static pressure, and it actually seals. And if you flip the boat, it will actually stay upside down for a long time without any sinking or any water seeping in. They're pretty much as watertight as you can get. So we go ahead and add all this stuff. You don't get that waterproofing. This is actual stage 4 build, 2-pole. As you can see in the nose, there is a lot of room there for a big battery, and it's one of the big differences with the 28-inch. There's only basically a room for a 4S. This here is a Gfreak 6S battery. I don't know if you can see that if it's not clear. We do run split cooling. So you're going to have split. The water, incoming water, comes in to the ESC and then to the motor separately, and then outflows, and then tees back up and flows out.
Yeah, I've had some questions about that, and people say, "Oh, it's all the cooling lines in there. It's too much." No, it's not. The cold water comes in. If you get water to your ESC first, it's going to get hot, and it's going to go to your motor, and your motor's going to get piss hot water, and it's going to come out of your boat. We don't want that. This will bring it in. We usually will drill out the rudder as well, not drill it out, but we make sure that hole is a little bit bigger than it comes factory. You can blow on this and tell that when the way it comes factory, and the way we do it is high flow. and so the water will be, each one gets cold water simultaneously. They split back up, and we've actually run dye through this with our pumps. So we have a video online to see that it does actually, and if one of these gets pinched, it'll still be able to flow. So
we run 6mm plugs on the motor. We run 6mm plugs on the batteries.
Helps a lot. A lot of people will say that we give them our product and they'll switch it to Deans. Don't switch to Deans. They're 60 amps, and then when stuff burns up, it's our fault. No, it's not. It creates a bottleneck, and it's gonna. So what something has to give when there's a weak point. The ESC, the motor, something's gonna give. It's gonna get hot, gonna get too much, resistance or whatever it's called.
We also, so that 6mm helps out with that. Anything 5S and up, we go ahead and run the 6mm voltage.
Up to call it. We have a new motor mount on our website. This is the basic motor mount, but we can epoxy in a water-cooled carbon fiber base aluminum motor mount that'll pinch your motor and hold it in place.
Real quick, you get a waterproof electronics box. All of our builds have a little waterproof electronics box. You're never going to have just a bunch of electronics sitting in the hole, wrapped in balloons or something crazy like that.
We water treat the ESC with the marine, we call it G-block, marine treatment for the ESC. It's actually treated before it's assembled, so the electronics are completely waterproof. Brushless motors, we all know, are pretty much waterproof.
Well, they're water resistant.
Yeah. The receiver as well is G-block waterproofed, and
the servos as well have the marine treated servos.
Yeah, the servos are a little different. You got to usually pack them with grease. So usually if these go out, you can just you can usually get an upgraded servo. We'll be offering an all aluminum cased Metal Gear servo soon, but usually they'll come like this with an aluminum arm on it.
So that's about it for this hydro specifically.
I got something here that I want to cover real quick. Joe will specifically go with each one and fit this and make sure that when it goes on, you can see here that there's foam here on the canopy, and he'll go through and we will bend this and adjust it so that each one will go on, and it's a nice snug fit when it goes on. Obviously don't make sure any of your cooling lines are pinched when you put this on once you get ready to run, because it's going to won't be good if you're not getting flow. So this, when you put this on, you want to be able to have pressure. If you just put it on all loose and it's up high, it's just going to jiggle around and not.
Yeah, water will get through the seams.
Yeah, push down on it, and that creates a nice seal. And I want to cover something too. A lot of people ask and think this is like a crappy Pro Boat canopy or something. This is a full fiberglass canopy that is matched to each boat. You can't just buy any generic canopy. It's painted on the boat, each one specific. This is we add our carbon application there. We seal this in the back so that you're not getting you're not getting any water through there. And just to show you real quick, put a piece of tape on here to weigh this, just to give you a general idea. Some guys are very technical and they like that kind of stuff. So that's a 7.5 ounce canopy. It's no BS. And a lot of people say, oh, the holes are heavy, when they don't really understand. If you get a really light boat like the UL1, it just flies away at 50 miles an hour. You need to have weight to go fast, basically. So, the thickness on this canopy, just to throw this out there, I know it's a long video already, but the fiberglass on here is pretty thick. We're talking 5 millimeters of thickness on that fiberglass up there. So that's nice and thick in the back. We're talking
some parts.
This piece here, 7, so 3, just to give you stuff that we get questions about. Turn fin on here. There's a couple different style turn fins. You can run them straight for just saw racing or drag racing or whatever, and then you can have them. You can bend them for oval racing. Whatever you want, we can spec it out for each boat. Let's see here.
So that's.
Yeah, we always put we heat shrink the bottom of that for to keep water from getting into your brass tube and flex shafts and all that, and also helps with aerodynamics. Bear in mind this video. If you're a pro boat guy who builds boats, you already know this stuff. This is not for you. This is for for our newbie type guys that just want a nice fiberglass fast brushless boat with no BS. You just plug it in and you drive with it. So
It's the most custom, ready-to-run boat you're going to get.
and we'll sand the sponsons. This guy didn't want his sponsons sanded, but we can sand them back here, which actually
We sand
will
here
actually make it faster because it doesn't stick to the water
and
surface.
sand there.
So, and you know, I think that's it. You know, everything looks good so far, and if you guys have any questions, you can always hit us up on the chat or on the
live
email.
website chat.
Yeah, live website chat. Please look at our site often if you guys haven't been there. We're doing lots of updates. We're doing full 1/5 scale vehicles, four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive that are brushless conversions, and we're working on this King of Shaves over here is going to be going to run 8S, and we're going to be pushing hopefully 60 miles an hour with this, and
60 plus
we're not going
easily.
to discuss that, which is our full auto CO2 powered BB gun with an EOTech replica full dot sight on there. I guess fine if you're going to force me to pick it up. I guess we can. I don't know how much. Just real quick, just for fun, let me turn the lights off here. I know it's going to be dark, it's a pain, but you guys can see that. It's kind of hard to see on camera. Hold on. There it is. There's the dot sight. And you go and change it to green. And you can change the brightness. And we'll have a video of this up shortly. So this is not plastic. This is metal. So, alright guys. It's Dave and Joe from Gfreak. And have fun this summer, guys. Later.